Hey, what's up? I'm back. Well, finally making another video, and I may as well just put those pillows down because I would like to say that we are finally in my favorite month of the year, which is December, although it doesn't feel even as cold as it did in November. But that's not so bad, you know, considering that cold weather, much to my dismay, has the downfall of making fires more likely to happen when you have cold, dry weather and people use heat sources incorrectly at times or they malfunction. So anyway, what I'd like to talk about in this video, other than the fact that we are in December, finally, I'd like to say that I've had some fun decorating the outside of this place, as well as the inside. You know, there isn't much to do since I already have a lot up on the inside. I just got to put up my tree. See, that's the next thing I need to do. I mean, it's already crowded enough in here with the telescope, but got to find some time to put up my tree. So what I'd like to talk about today is how I'd really like to go to my mom's house. You know, part of me doesn't want to put up the tree because I'd rather be at my mom's house. And I just, you know, I would like to just, you know, go to her house very soon. And of course that would mean that I wouldn't see the new Rugrats holiday special, but of course that would be fine with me because it doesn't look so great. You know, some of it, I don't know, it just doesn't really make sense. I mean, they already had 2 holiday specials. And, you know, I've just completely lost interest in that subject. You know, I've just gotten to the point where real life is just so much more interesting to me. And it's just one of the many things that I think has finally gone away as far as my interest. You know, I look back on things from years gone by, like 2016 and 17, that I'm having to delete from my OneDrive to make room for new things. And it's like, how or why did I ever care so much about that subject matter? You know, like the Sofia the First thing. You know, it's becoming very similar in my mind. It's like just another thing that I don't really care about. Because no matter what anybody says to try to dispute this, you know, Rugrats is just something I'm no longer interested in. And the holiday special seems like it will once again promote a holiday that I'm just not really interested in hearing about. And I'm not going to tell you which one it is, but I'm sure you can imagine. And no matter who tries to paint it as a wholesome, family-friendly kid show, you know, just the mere fact that if you take the first initials of 4 of the characters, 4 of the main characters, which the S could be Susie or Spike, it wouldn't really matter, you get a word that basically sums up what Rugrats means to me. Okay, so I really don't care about it. And what I'd like to talk about today is how, just a really quick short video about how technology is just getting too advanced for me. You know, I'm having an issue wherein my new phone doesn't want to sync to my PC, and I'm getting very frustrated. And, you know, when I first got that laptop, I used to love it, you know, back before I had an iPhone. Then I got an iPhone and I spent less and less time on it as it started to frustrate me. Now it's like I go months, like maybe 3 months sometimes without ever booting up my laptop because I prefer the iPhone and the simplicity of it. I'm just getting so frustrated with technology and the life that my dad has pretty much forced upon me with this Fitbit and all the other technology. It's like I feel like the technology is getting more advanced and I'm getting less advanced, if anything. I'm getting less into it. You know, there once was a time when I used to play computer games. I'd just sit and, you know, play solitaire endlessly and other games like that. But now it's like I just can't force myself to get into that because I know the kind of slob that you become when you get really into that and you don't make time for real life. And it's just gotten to the point where I just want to be present in the real world to the highest extent possible. You know what I'm saying? It's bad enough I have to sleep, which I'm having to drug myself in order to get any sleep whatsoever here lately. But I really wish I could go to my mom's house and bring all of my stuff, all that stuff I've been hoarding all these years, and just sell, you know, just a few $100s worth of dolls at pennies on the dollar, practically. Or penny, I don't know what the saying is, pennies on the nickel or something. You know, just sell them for whatever I can get. because it would be a whole lot better than to lose them in a fire. And, you know, I'm just really sick of it. It's like, it's just so hard in life, you know, once you get really into something and you invest a lot into it. But then as the years go by, it's like you sort of have, I don't know how to explain it, like a moment of truth where something shakes you up and it's like, why? You know, why do I care so much about this subject? And you stop and think, oh my God, what have I done? You know, I've invested so much time and money into it, and there's just no turning back. You know, it's like, how do I get that back, you know? I mean, sure, I could sell a lot of my things, which I'm trying right now. I hope somebody bids. I'm not going to post the link because I don't want you to know my real name. But I'm trying to sell a few of my things. But, you know, unfortunately, it's not going to get me much money. But it's just so hard, you know, when you invest so much time and energy into something, you know, drawing it, writing about it, you know, buying things that pertain to it. And it's like you just have a moment of truth where it's like, you know, why does this really matter in my life so much? Why is this taking up so much space in my life? And you just wish you could get rid of it in whatever way possible. But a lot of times that's easier said than done. Because yes, you can get rid of it, but you can't get rid of the memories of having it. So, you know, I just really am not caring much about the reboot. And, you know, I'd love to go to my mom's house, even if that meant I won't see the new CGI Rugrats holiday special. I mean, that's totally fine with me, as I've said before. You know, it doesn't look like anything too great. And it's just, you know, it's like I feel like, it's like I would want to mature. I would want to move forward in my life. But unfortunately, you know, I've just got this hurdle of knowing how much I've invested into it. And, you know, the fire just got me thinking about it, how that would be like a huge reset button in your life that you didn't see coming, and it would be horrible. But you would start over. You know, you would like, unfortunately, you wouldn't be able to sell anything, or, you know, I mean, like I said, I'd much rather sell my things and see that they get a new home, which, you know, that's another thing I hate about living in a dumpy apartment, is you can't have garage sales and yard sales. So, anyway, I miss my mom, and I'd like to be there for Christmas. The other thing I'd like to talk about before I was so rudely interrupted by that noise of the neighbors, that's just driving me crazy. They're just driving me nuts. I'd like to talk about my elves, okay? Now, among the many things that I have for Christmas, you know, I have way too much Christmas stuff, which her hat just fell off of her, and I'm not exactly sure whether I want to glue it on or not. I used to have these two elves, or I still do, this boy and girl elf. And I'm thinking of bringing, I have more elves than that. But, see, this ought to be able to just glue right back on, or not have to be on. But, you know, I'm thinking of bringing a lot of my stuff to my mom's house. You know, whether or not she cares to have it or use it or do whatever with it. I don't really care. But it's sometimes, you know, I just rather it be at her house, because I feel like it would be safer than in this stupid apartment. So I look forward to seeing my mom. You know, I look forward to bringing some of my stuff over there and spending another Christmas with her, even though my dad's trying to make that difficult, you know. He's trying to hold me to staying here for Christmas, which I don't really want to. So yeah, the technology just keeps getting harder to understand, and I keep getting less interested in it. I'm less into video games. I'm less into cartoons. I'm less into drawing, and I'm just less into a lot of the things, you know, that are more characteristic of younger people. You know, as much as I want to stay young, I just can't help the fact that I'm getting older and I'm getting less into that stuff. So anyway, I'll go ahead and post this video. and delete the file because I don't know how to transfer them onto my computer anymore.